You got your drink poured, you are pulling up a chair, you are ready. I already know. You've been waiting 31 days for today, September 1st, and you already know. You already know, and if you don't know, now you're gonna know, because it is time for the Fast 5. 5 skincare products Guinea Pig here has been putting through the test throughout this past month. I'm gonna be giving you quick and dirty reviews of my personal experience with these, as well as touching on the ingredients, what they're supposed to do, and of course, talking about if they are really worth it, because some of these are pretty heavily hyped. Speaking of hype, who has seen this all over the internet? The interwebs, people talking about the 24/7 colostrum pore defense ampule with Purcell biome colostrum spray. Colostrum spray. Okay, so this was sent to me. I didn't know they were going to send this to me, this brand Purcell. This has colostrum in it. Colostrum is the good stuff that comes out of breast milk initially that provides all sorts of benefits to nursing baby. I mean, it is rich in nutrients, antimicrobial compounds. So, what was it? About a year ago, there started to become this trend of people taking colostrum from baby cows or other animals, I suppose, and taking it as a dietary supplement. And I did a whole video on that, okay? You can check that out. What we have going on here in this colostrum spray is what I like to call the SEO hijack. You take something trending in a somewhat adjacent niche, okay? In this case, skincare hijacking the wellness space. And you take advantage of high search volumes in one sort of adjacent niche. You create a product around that. And that is, in my opinion, okay, my opinion, exactly what this is about. Because provide me solid research that putting colostrum on the skin does anyone any favors, okay? I have yet to see anything convincing in that regard. Nonetheless, this particular facial spray has a variety of beneficial skin care ingredients, like a variety of ferments. Talked about ferments before: bifida ferment, lactococcus ferment, Saccharomyces ferment. This enriches for soothing anti-inflammatory compounds, humectants, antioxidants, good stuff, all right? I've used a lot of fermented skincare throughout my lifetime. Great stuff for moisturizing, soothing, hydrating, and perhaps delivering some antioxidants. This also has hyaluronic acid, something else that obviously is hydrating, right? It helps to retain water in the surface of the skin. This is kind of interesting because part of its appeal is that, you know, most toners and essences and serums or whatever, they come in something that dispensed onto the hand or onto the face. This is a spray. So a lot of people like that approach, but the spray diameter is kind of small, kind of narrow. So like if you hold it in front of your face and spray it, you get a little spritz like right here, but you kind of need to go all over. So the spray itself is not like the most efficient at dispensing onto the surface of the skin, as is often a key limitation, I would say, with sprays in general. It's fragrance free, but word of warning, they put xylitol in this. So those of you with dogs, I would be careful. Xylitol is not good for dogs. So be careful if that is something of interest to you. Like I said, this product is really popular right now. People are probably hyping it up left and right. And I am here to hopefully de-influence you a bit. I can't say that this is a complete wash, a complete gimmick. I was fine, right? Like, it's hydrating, it's nice, it's lightweight, but it's nothing novel. And the colostrum is just part of the storytelling of this. Like I said, it is an SEO hijack. It doesn't mean that there's any established track record of it being beneficial for the skin, but it's not a bad product. It does what it's supposed to do, what you would expect it to do, but it's not magical. It's not magical. It's just another hydrating liquid. This time we're misting it on our face. People are claiming all sorts of things. So let's talk about the L-glutathione in the room, vitamin boosting toner. Glutathione in it, which is an antioxidant, may help ward off oxidative stress, be beneficial for hyperpigmentation. It also has niacinamide, okay? The workhorse of the skincare industry is the niacinamide. Don't get percentages of these ingredients in this product. We're not told anything about that. This product also has gluconolactone, a polyhydroxy acid, very good at hydrating and gently and slowly exfoliating. It has 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid. That's a stable form of vitamin C that may ward off oxidative stress at the surface of the skin, but is not getting in, converting to ascorbic acid and boosting boosting collagen production. So don't hang your hat on that. Dipotassium glycyrrhizate, licorice root, great for redness, soothing the skin, can be helpful for hyperpigmentation as well. It has several amino acids in it, hydrating, moisturizing. My favorite ingredient, polyglutamic acid, deeply hydrating and creates a veil on the surface of the skin that's lightweight, elastic, and allows for reduction in transepidermal water loss. I would be lying to you if I said I have not really liked this product. I would say it's like kind of instant gratification too, because I noticed putting this on the skin, you don't need very much, just a few drops. You do get an instant skin tone brightening effect. It's almost like you put a little filter on your face or something. You know, it's very subtle, like, oh, I do look a little brighter. Now, we need to talk about this product's elephant in the room, if you've ever used it. And that is, whoa. Move over hot dog water, because we have got broccoli farts. This smells funky. So glutathione has sulfur in it, and so that gives it an odor. It smells more like the sulfur compounds that you get when you chop garlic. You know, you smell your fingers. That's exactly what this is like. When you put this on your hand and you're massaging it in your face, you smell it, and then when you smell your fingers, it's exactly like you were just chopping garlic and onions, or like you ate a bunch of broccoli or something. You know what I mean? Like, they're sulfur, cruciferous vegetables, broccolis, cauliflower, also garlic, onions. They have these sulfur compounds that give the odors. Okay, you get that with this, and so be aware of that. If you are a pregnant woman with morning sickness, nausea, stay away from this. You will be puking. This will make you barf. I'm almost willing to bet that, but I like it, and I think this is good. You know, I have recommended a lot of glutathione products over the years because I do think it's a beneficial antioxidant. But this particular one, I'm like seeing a real visible like improvement almost instantly, and just like I said, almost like a filter effect. It has a bit of a plumping effect, probably because of the humectants, the polyglutamic acid, the gluconolactone. I'm finding it's a really beneficial product. You don't need very much. It's basically like a hydrating liquid, and it layers really well under products. Like, I would definitely purchase this again. I've been really impressed with it, because I started, with side-eyeing the colostrum breast milk spray, and then this, I was using it, I'm like, what is that odor? Oh yeah, glutathione. But I really have liked this. Now, speaking of glutathione, they also sent me, and I have been trying out their L-glutathione flexible liposome, a liquid with, again, the glutathione. This time we learned that it is 5% glutathione. Okay, great. That seems like a reasonable percentage. And 2% niacinamide, which is a reasonable percentage of niacinamide, not like 20 or 30 trying to keep up with the Joneses, meanwhile just causing irritation and not having any additional benefit that's been established in clinical studies. So yeah, good percentages, I guess, of the glutathione and definitely of the niacinamide. Now, they talk about this being in the flexible liposome. So I've talked about liposomes before, but they are a way to both stabilize an ingredient, prevent it from degrading or oxidizing, and also allow for good delivery into the skin. I don't know if the other product has the liposomes. I didn't see any language around that in the marketing of that, but I might have missed it. But this, the L-glutathione, is in the liposomes. It has the same garlic and onion chop and finger smell, the broccoli farts. That is what you get with this as well from the glutathione. This, unlike the other one, does not have really the same backbone of unique humectants and hydrating compounds. It doesn't have gluconolactone. It doesn't have polyglutamic acid, but it does have the dipotassium glycyrrhizate, comes from licorice root, good for redness. And it also has 1% tranexamic acid. Now, tranexamic acid applied topically seems to be at any rate helpful for redness, as well as perhaps improving barrier integrity. Oral tranexamic acid given by mouth is something that is used to treat melasma very effectively, but applying it to the skin, the jury's still out on if it's helpful for either melasma or hyperpigmentation in general, but it does appear to potentially be helpful for redness, as well as, again, the moisture barrier. So all in all, I've actually really liked this. I think if you have a lot of post-inflammatory erythema, redness, this would be a great product to consider better. But when it comes down to this versus the vitamin boosting toner, it's a matter of, are you interested in certain ingredients? Like the vitamin boosting toner doesn't have the tranexamic acid. The flexible liposome tells you the percentages, whereas the booster does not. The flexible liposomes has tranexamic acid, the other one does not. You get what I'm saying? Like it's kind of, those are the differences in the ingredients, but the textures, the feels, the funk is pretty similar. And they both, I forgot to mention with this as well, they both give that, oh wow, did somebody just put a filter on my face? I have a little bit of something extra. Not really seeing any like massive changes in plumpness, smoothness, firmness of the skin, but definitely a glow with both of these. But the improved hydration came more with the boosting toner, and I think it's because of some of those humectants that are uniquely in that. Let me know, have you heard of this Purcell brand? Because I was a little taken aback when this stuff appeared. I'd seen it online. I was like, oh, here we go again, another set of products that, people are gonna be obsessed over, and I rolled my eyes at the colostrum thing. But I'm glad I gave these glutathione things a try, and I will continue to use them. And like I said, I think of both of these two, for me personally, I would repurchase or purchase, because these were sent to me, the vitamin boosting toner. It really packs a punch. I think it's a really well formulated product. Just from my personal experience using it, it's hard to really be objective as far as how does this compare to some of the other glutathione antioxidant products I have recommended. But I think it's good. I think it's really good, and I would recommend considering that one if you are looking for an antioxidant serum that's hydrating. I think the booster is definitely the best one. One thing I forgot to mention too about the flexible liposome is this is a bit of a diva thing, the diva packaging kind of a thing. It comes in this metal bottle. It comes in this bottle like you're going to inject something, right? It's even got the top on it like something you put a needle into and draw up. Diva, I can't. That's a diva thing. Like, and this cap, it's got like a flexible rubber seal, was separate in the box. So when you get this, you take it out of the box, you have to take this sharp metal thing off of the top, those bottles of injectables. It's got that kind of stiff metal seal around it. You have to peel off, and then you pop this on. And it's a diva thing, because is that really necessary? Do we really need to go through the cosplay of an injectable? Like, let's go into the drugstore. Y'all, Garnier. You surprised me here, because I've tried Garnier products over the years, and like, they pretty much are a flop. Like, they're a little bit too, does Clean and Clear still exist? I guess it does. They're a little bit too bubble pop, if you know what I mean. I saw this Erase It All makeup cleansing balm in the drugstore with one of you guys in my shopping video, one of my shopping videos with you guys, and it caught my attention because A, it was new, B, it's a cleansing balm, and you know me, I love them, and C, I discovered on reading the ingredients that it's fragrance free. And so I went ahead and purchased it and have been trying it out, and it works quite well. Love that it's $11.99 for 4.2 ounces. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which is hydrating, and it also has shea butter, which is very moisturizing. It has some ingredients that are emulsifiers. It takes the makeup off really well, really easy to use around the eyes, fragrance free, emulsifies nicely, melts everything off, rinses off easily. It's effective. It's kind of hard to screw up a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm. The main way you can screw them up, in my opinion, is by making the experience of using them unpleasant, and brands tend to do this by either creating annoying packaging that's hard to work with, or by having some sort of off-putting scent, essential oil, strong fragrance that ruins the experience and makes it uncomfortable to use. This, is pleasant to use. It's thicker though. It's a pretty thick texture. Like, it almost feels like you're scooping up a cream that has hardened. That's sort of what it's like. And I thought, oh, is this going to be clumpy when I spread it on the skin? No, it spreads on the skin beautifully. Melts in really, really well. And then, like I said, rinses off easily. It does have a little bit of an odd odor to it due to the raw materials, likely. Almost kind of like a little, I want to say almost like a plasticky oiliness to it, but it's not strong or anything off-putting. It's definitely not like the broccoli farts, okay, as far as like gag trigger. It does have a little bit of an odor, and it's a thicker texture. It's interesting because this product also suggests using this in the morning as a moisturizing face mask, which at first I was like, why are we using our cleansing balm first thing in the morning. We're not removing any makeup, but I guess I can kind of see the approach here. And I think for people who have really oily skin, they wash their face at night like they're supposed to, and then the following morning they wake up and their face is really oily. I think actually using something like this might be beneficial to you in the morning to both moisturize in a short contact form, because it says leave it on for 10 minutes. Who has time for that? And then rinse off with warm water. So I think that would hydrate, and then as you rinse it off, it would remove some of that sebum that is built up on the surface of the skin from throughout the night. All in all, I've been super happy with this. It's kind of like in the same price point range, I would say, as the e.l.f. cleansing balm. This one is a little bit thicker though in texture compared to the e.l.f. one. So there are some textural differences. The other thing I want to point out about this before I move on to my last product is that it has blue dye in it. So it has a blue color. Just wanted to point that out. They also have a vitamin C cleansing balm from Garnier. I should try that at some point. Okay, last but not least, this was sent to me and I'm just gonna, oh gosh, y'all, where to begin? So I was intrigued by this because, you know, L'Oreal Paris, they have usually products that have good ingredients in them, and then they really appeal to really trying to be a great drugstore brand option for the more high-end sort of anti-aging serums that they have out there, the more luxurious. And so this age-defying serum, it has some really good ingredients. Check this out. It kind of looks like either you're going to pull out 2 Cuban cigars out of this, or it's some kind of Gen Z vape thing. It's 2 serums. When you pump, both serums come up and out into one blob. So this particular product, you know, it claims to defy 10 signs of aging. It's going to plump. It's going to tackle fine lines. It's going to be good for cell renewal based on cell exfoliation. It's going to help with smoothness, evenness of skin tone, radiance, barrier repair, hydration, tightness. And it's got some good ingredients. It has niacinamide. I told you, the workhorse of the cosmetic skincare industry, LHA, otherwise known as caprylyl salicylic acid. L'Oreal invented that. This is, you know, a L'Oreal brand, L'Oreal Paris. And it is kind of like a modified form of salicylic acid that is a little bit more precise in how it exfoliates and can be a very gentle exfoliant as well. And it's got Matrixyl 3000. Those are 2 peptides that have been around for a long time and allegedly help with collagen by suppressing some of the inflammation that destroys collagen and by stimulating collagen production. Like I've said in many of my videos, peptides, they do help with moisture retention, which can hydrate and smooth out fine lines. However, I put off long enough telling you guys the obvious here if you've already scanned in the ingredients, and that is this has such a strong fragrance. You put it on your ankle and you can smell it all the way at the top of your head 3 hours later. It's really, really strong. This has alcohol in it, which is not a demon ingredient at all. It can help with penetration of ingredients, can help the formula not be greasy, not be heavy, allow for good evaporation of sweat. Like, alcohol in skincare has a seat at the table. It has a role to play. But when you have alcohol in skincare and you have fragrance in skincare together, they make for perfume, I swear. And that is what this is like. This is such a miserable experience. It's $27.87. No. What would be an alternative? You know, $27.87. It's a lot of money, but at the same time, it's kind of, unfortunately, the going rate these days, close to the going rate, I would say, for a lot of serums in the drugstore. So it's not out of the realm of what is to be expected, I should say. But a brand that has a Matrixyl serum that I have recommended they have a Matrixyl serum, and then they have the serum that I use that has Matrixyl in it. Yeah, I'm a diva like that. And that's the Timeless Coenzyme Q10 serum. Doesn't have niacinamide, but it has coenzyme Q10, another antioxidant, and it also has Matrixyl as well. Now, Timeless has a Matrixyl serum without the Q10. They're both great. I reviewed all the Timeless serums a couple of years ago. They are fragrance-free. Yeah, they're fragrance-free, so you don't have to have a migraine using your antioxidants. So I would pass on that, which probably comes as no surprise to you guys, but I did want to share with you. They did send that to me. I did not ask for it. It did appear, and so I'm going to tell you guys about it. They say it's only sold at Walmart, and so we shop at Walmart. I know you guys do. I do. So if you saw that in there and were wondering about it, you realized it was a skincare product, because again, it looks like 2 Cuban cigars stuck together to me. Yeah, it's a serum. Yeah, it's got good ingredients, but man, it's going to hit you in the face with a strong fragrance that's going to last all stinking day. All right, y'all, that is the fast 5 for the month of August. Flew by, 31 days of lightning rounds of days, if you will. Hope you guys are having a great kickoff to September, Labor Day here in the US of A. So hopefully you get the day off to be leisurely and enjoy yourself. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.